All right, we are live. Wait here for a few people to start coming in. Looks like we had some drift through here before. I was live. Prep before it came in. Said he'd try to make it back. And Kyle, Kyle, yep, you're right. Tampa Bay did win. They kicked ass. So if you guys are in here, make sure you give me a thumbs up. If not, we'll just wait for you guys to drift on in here. If not, we'll just wait for you guys to drift on in here. Yeah, take care of that thing right off the top. There we go. That way I use my phone to see you guys. I'm gonna just have a nice, relaxed live chat right here in my living room for you guys. It's a kind of a brisk day here today. About 7 degrees. It's not snowing, but it is cold. Hey, Kyle. Great. There he is. How you doing? So we'd have just a nice, oh, relaxing Monday and just kind of talk about whatever comes up. That Super Bowl, man, that was a bad one if anybody watched it. I don't think Kansas City came to play ball at all. How's the weather where you guys are at? I'm doing good, Gray. How about yourself? I think Corsair trainer is still going on, so perhaps when he gets his closed up, we'll have a few more people show up. Hopefully. You just never know. Hey, Kaylin, how you doing? Making lunch? Yeah, I'll have lunch when I get out of here. I'm on a diet, so food doesn't really like excite me anymore. By the time I get it all done, my portion's about that big around. Trying to lose some weight. Cold and windy. Yeah, it's cold here. Wind comes and goes. Let me refresh my page here. There we go. Everybody's happy in Florida, Kyle? The party must have been on there all night, huh? That was just a crappy game. You would have thought that Kansas City would have done better than they did. Maybe the fix was in since Florida had Brady on the team. What you having for lunch, Kaylin? Did you live somewhere close to the game, Kyle? Gonna have some eggs for lunch? That sounds good. I was gonna show you guys this glass I had made. There, it looks pretty nice. It's an insulated glass. Got my logo on it. Had this company send me a sample. Maybe get some made giveaway or whatever. You live 40 minutes from where they had the game? That must have been sweet. Were you down there? Are you pretty cold up there where you're at, Kaylin, in Iowa? You're really just a stone's throw away from me. I'm about 3 or 4 hours from Omaha. You didn't watch the game? Well, you didn't miss nothing. It was totally a one-sided game. $2 in Des Moines. Yeah, it's 7 degrees here. It's just a cold time of the month. It's been a cold here for about a week. No TV to watch, huh? Well, sometimes that's a good thing. Makes you do other things. Keeps your mind, keeps your head off of what's going on in the world. You guys better be storing up on some food, man. It's getting bad out there. I live in a dinky town of about 12,000. It's it's pretty bad here. So just imagine what those bigger cities are looking like. Prep steady. Good day to you. How are you? I am doing a lot better. Thank you for asking. We're having just a nice lax day here in the living room today. Nice Monday. It's cold outside. Thought instead of sitting over there in my studio part thing that we would just sit here in the living room and kind of just talk about whatever came up. Just kind of have a nice lax day. Claybank Homestead, very good to see you. How are you today? Actually, Claybank, I'm feeling pretty good. I just decided to have this nice lax day in the living room instead of getting myself all propped up in a big wooden chair in my office area back there. Thought I'd come out here where the real world is to talk to you guys. We can talk about anything you guys want to, as long as it's not too bad. You guys have something you want to talk about? Just spit it out there and we'll go off on it. I guess I don't have to do it, but I guess it's about the time of year for taxes. Everybody getting their taxes put together. What did I do for a living? I did welding most of my life. If I wasn't welding, I was running heavy equipment. And you? If I wasn't working, I'd be finding myself out in the woods, either hiking through the mountains or fishing the rivers and lakes and streams and whatnot. Kind of outdoors all the time. Now I have COPD, so it's just hard for me to be able to do any of that stuff anymore. Now I just think about what a good time I had. Nothing wrong with that though. Can't let it get you down. It works okay, but it doesn't go high enough for what I need. So I'm in the deep search of finding a way to trade it in for a bigger one. It still works just great though. If I'm just making a short trip or something, it kind of works. But if you're gonna make a long trip, it's really not uh, good enough. So I've been looking around for a way to trade it in. I think you can trade them in. I've been doing some research, and if you just keep hard at it, you can find people that will take them in trade. Petrochem power plant, fab shops. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. So you probably are very familiar with welding and whatnot. I will. I'm sort of like on a mission for that prep study because I don't want to be just stuck here. But you already know that. So yeah, I'm kind of that's kind of a mission for me. At least I have a point to go from, you know. So, like I said, you can't let it get you down. You just kind of have to push forward. Pipe welder fabrication. Yeah. You know, that's sort of how I got interested in welding, Claybank. Was back when I was a real young guy, like in my 17, 18 bracket. I worked on a pipeline, high pressure pipeline as a welder's helper. Even I helped the pipe welder. You know those pipelines go across the country. That's what I did. Was go out there and I was what they called a welder's helper, and I did whatever he needed while he was down putting the pipe together. You know, and him and I would talk and stuff, and then I got interested in the welding end of it, and so I ended up going to school for it. I got my certifications, and then I went out and welded for a short while where I lived to get the certifications. Then I went out west, ended up welding out in the Seattle area. And when I got sick and couldn't do absolutely anything, I couldn't go out enjoy any of the things I love to do or be able to afford them because of the cost of living there. I moved here where I live now. Nothing wrong with it. We all do what we got to do. You know, we live in a pretty tough time right now. I look at it like this: I'm in a lot better position than some folks, so I really can't bitch. You know, back to work. Everybody tell Kyle bye bye. Don't work too hard there, buddy. What are you doing today, Kyle? Before you go back, what's that word? Morning what? Moringa? Is that what you said? Is that an herb then? Moringa, is that an herb? Yeah, I'll look it up. What's that do? Help the breathing capillaries? What part of the country are you in, Claybank? You got that right, Kaylin. Oh, helps with everything. I get my trusty pen out here. Uh-oh. Let me move my post-its. I'll write on the back of this. Anybody wants one of my stickers, you can send for it. I'll get one out to you. Moringa. Got it. Hey, Prep Fort. How you doing? How are you today? What you got on your plate? I'm doing pretty good. We're just sitting here in the living room talking today so I can kind of relax. I just love what kind of day came up. You got what? Let me look what you got. I got a couple of herbal medicine booges, but I might download one to my knife, Kindle. One to your Kindle. You're in North Florida. Is that up by Jacksonville then? I was stationed in Jacksonville. That's where I got discharged from the Navy at. Let me see if hold on. I guess something. Oops. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're still going over there. There I go. Shake it up. There we go. Anybody got any interesting topics you want to talk about? Oh yeah, Fatwood's the best. Fatwood is the best. I use it for everything now when I go to light a fire. Uh, Easy squeezy. Old man, I don't know if you guys know old man, but he sent me a big old bag of Fatwood shavings. Man, that stuff is amazing. You just take a little pinch out of it and throw it down before you're gonna make your fire. And I don't know how you guys do it. You guys probably use a lighter or a match, but I use my ferro rod and striker, and I just have to hit it once or maybe twice, and man, it just takes right off. How many of you guys have your ferro rods and strikers? I know Kaylin's probably got one. You got you got your ferro rod prep for it? Is that what that me is? You're gonna start a houseboat, or you have a houseboat and you're gonna do a project on it? Yeah, I do too, Kaylin. I have several of them too, but I have them for that I add on to my leatherwork projects. That's why I have them. I made a big deal with Jerry's wood shop and homestead. If you guys don't know, go over there and check him out. But I made a deal with him, and I got a few of them from him. And then as I do sheaths, knife sheaths and whatnot for other people, then I will add one in if that's what they prefer. I have them all different like lengths and different diameters. And if you want one on your knife sheath when I make it for you, just add it in there. Yeah, nothing like a ferro rod because even if they get even if they get wet, you can still make a fire. Yeah, I have a couple of his knives, Kaylin. He makes some nice knives. Tell you who else makes some nice knives, and that's oh, what is that guy's name? Backyard Knives. I can't think of the guy's name, but it's Backyard Knives. He's a forger, and he makes some really nice knives. I had him make a small knife for my son. Hey, we got us a live stream now. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. We're talking about ferro rod. You got yours? Backyard custom knives. That's it. Yeah, I'm getting old, Kaylin. My mind don't work like it used to. I've been thinking about taking something to make it a little goosier. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just having a living room live stream, live chat this morning. Started sitting next to that uh, green background. Wasn't gonna work today. I was gonna just be casual. Yeah, everybody should have them. If you guys don't have them, you should have them. Ginkgo biloba. I've heard about that one. Yeah, my better half, she takes that Prevagen. Oh, there's my sidekick. Hold on. He must have been sleeping. Hi, Uncle Al.
Hi, Will.
You must have been sleeping, huh?
Yeah, we had a rough last night.
Must have watched the Super Bowl, huh?
Nope. We caught a rustler.
Oh, a wrestler. Oh, you must have been chasing him down in the woods, huh?
No, I just waited by his truck until he came back with a cow. It was so funny. He was like surprised, and he looked at me with my 30-30 and says, "It's time to go to jail, son." Because I had his keys in my hand. If you're
Yeah.
gonna rob somebody, don't leave your keys in your car.
Don't leave the keys in the car.
I
And
had
don't leave
that.
the car where you could find it.
Yep. And the sheriff came out. I said, if you don't show up, I'm going to shoot this bastard. He took one of my prize Guernseys. Well, my nephew's Guernseys. I thought it was funny as hell. Hi, Anna dear. Hi, Brett Fort. Hi, everybody. We have 12 watching.
Dude, what
And
happened?
yeah.
There we go. We're popped back in.
Okay.
Something happened. I popped out too.
Yeah. It's the Chinese. Oh, Lordy. I tell you, just drive. It's crazy. People stealing dairy cows for profit.
Well, I suppose they would be profitable because of the milk.
Nope. 5 grand for breeding. 5 grand for breeding, also for the meat because it's Guernsey. It has
Oh,
better
so
meat.
they weren't getting a female then.
No, it was one of the young steers, not steers, breeding bulls, and those are very docile. You take a rope, put it around their nose, and you take them anywhere. They're docile. Now on Holsteins, I don't have to worry. They stomp the living hell out of them.
No barking. No, no.
No, no dogs. I run a dairy. Dairy and dogs don't mix. You
Why
can't have.
not? You can have dogs that will help you with your cows.
That's the wrong kind of cow. That's more of a beef cow, but no,
A
because
beef
it's
cow?
yeah, because dairy cow. If you scare the hell out of them, they don't produce milk for 2 days, and that causes their cycles to screw up. So I have to be really careful with dogs around our place.
The cycles? You guys have the machines then?
Yep, and I also have to yell at people, watch out for mastitis, because that'll ruin a whole load of milk.
That's when
Yeah,
you infect the teats, right?
yeah. So I have to tell them how to strip the teat, how to check for mastitis. If the cow's not proper, we have to take them offline.
See, Kayla says, don't ever mess with Al. Don't
Nope.
ever mess with Al.
No, you lose a couple of cows, that's 10 grand. And most people don't know one end of a cow to another. And most cows right now are worth money, and they're easy picking. So everybody's on pins and needles. If you have beef cow, you have dairy cow,
No
you have
matter
breed.
what, they're pretty expensive.
Yeah, it's like somebody steals your car and leaves a little note. Thank you. Uh,
Welcome back, Brett Ford. I was
yeah,
showing everybody, look what I had made up. This company wanted me to check out their work.
that's good. Well, yeah,
That's one of those double insulated tumblers. And that right into the, I don't know how they did it. It's right into the plastic.
yeah. It's probably injected mold. Um, Prep for it is oily or Tasha. And let's see. And we got Claybank Homestead. Hey, Claybank. Now, I tell a lot of people because people are getting weird from the cities and they're coming out to the country. If you have a homestead, keep an eye on everything. What helps me is I put out trail cameras.
we're in a pretty hard time. If you're out on a homestead, I would be watching everything like a hawk.
Right. But if you have a cell phone and you have a trail cam system, you could check on the trail cams. You just click on the cell phone, smartphone like this, and you can see everybody you need to. Because each camera has a frequency, it hooks up to your phone, and it's just like they're calling you. If something trips it up, then you say, "Oh, that's a coyote. Oh, it's a
Hey
skunk."
Dave, how you doing? Everybody say hi in Southern Ohio.
Hi, Dave. Let's all pray for Dave.
Yeah. Prayers for David, you guys.
And prayers for Elizabeth. Of Common Sense Elizabeth. That's one diet I do not want to have: radiation and chemo. Because I used to work in a hospice, and
A
that
friend of mine got lung cancer, and it was pretty bad. They wanted to put him on chemo, and if they told him he only had 3 months to live, but they're going to put him on chemo
that's
to
always
try to draw it out. And he looked at him and says, "I've got 3 months to live. You ain't not going to do that to me. And he did. He suffered all the way through it, but he didn't have him do it to him.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Claybank. We all need prayers these days.
Yeah, if everybody watched my latest video, I do talk about food, but a few people ask me certain questions that kind of slip into my food video. And that was, let's see, what was it? It wasn't food storage. It was part of the starvation series. Oh, yeah, for LA Prepper, how to balance his money for the month to buy
Somewhere
proper
on
food.
that chat, somewhere in that chat, Dave, there's a link if you want to come up here.
Yep, on the top. You have to scroll all the way back up to top, Dave, if you want to come up.
Actually, any of you can do it. I don't care. All of you can come up here as far as I'm
We go.
concerned.
You can only hold six. Will.
Oh no, I pay. I can have 15.
You have 15. Oh, that's going to be interesting. All you need is a headset, folks. Oh yeah, Dave's busy packing, so he can't join us.
Yeah,
He has to move.
yeah.
Hey, Anthony.
Are you any closer on that, Dave? You have a place to go yet, or any of that? Hey, Anthony. Glad to see you, my friend. How's the baby?
Oh.
Maybe. If I had the money, I'd rent you a U-Haul, and you could go out and live with Gil.
Dave says maybe, not sure. Yeah, let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, it's nice when they sleep, Anthony.
Yep. Baby palmetto pepper.
But it's like I was telling you in that comment I made to you about my son. Even when they're sleeping, you still worry.
Hey, Tibor.
So did you guys hear? Now they want you to wear 2 face masks.
Yep. That's not going to help. Just wear one, because I have the N95 insert.
So I don't.
Yeah, so I don't need to wear 2 masks because I've already been doing it for how long?
Well, I got the K90. K whatever, yeah, the K95,
Yeah,
and they're telling you they. I looked it up. They're saying that those aren't as effective. Well, how
right,
can they not be as effective? They still have 4 layers on them.
right. They're just pulling our legs. It's like best thing to do. Don't rock the boat, smile, wear the second one. What I do is I sew extra loops to my original mask of a
Yeah,
different color, and they can't figure out, is he wearing another mask under there? I said, oh, yeah, I am. I like to play tricks on people, but like I said, if you have a cloth insert, that's 4 layers. And if you put in an N95 insert, that's a small, um, it's like a regular mask, but it's a small square. You put it
yeah,
in front of it. You have how many layers? Well, if you had,
yeah. That would be 8. Yeah,
yeah, and that should do it. I have my industrial mask in the other room, but if it gets that bad, like you see my trailer, where I'm wearing
yeah.
that, and all the people going,
I'm not getting out my big gas mask unless it gets really bad.
right, but you need air, so you have to put a hose to it. Your oxygen. It-
TJ Smith walked in, you guys.
Hey, TJ Smith. And I think Karen's here too.
Oh, did I miss a couple? I better look.
Yeah, I think Karen's here. yeah,
Keyboard here.
yeah,
I
keyboard.
missed you too.
TJ Smith, Karen. Uh,
Kaylin, Aiden, TJ. Karen, yeah, I see you now, Karen. Sorry. Hi, Karen. I
yeah,
like to call everybody out that's in. We're on a relaxed day today. I like a relaxed day. I
yeah,
decided to have it in a nice, bright living room instead of my dungy little area of the house. I do all my video and that.
yeah. So it's still snowing in your area?
It it snowed last night, but it's not now.
No, that's good.
But
I
it
mean,
is friggin' cold.
oh yeah,
It is 7 degrees, or was 7. Let me check it real quick. Yep, looks like it's still in that cold bracket.
yeah. It's the Northeast, where Washington all the way up to Maine is having a northeastern. You would not believe. It's just clobbering them. Coffee. Ah,
You're gonna plant a cherry tree? Is that something that are you trying to be George Washington?
no, he's trying again. He lives in North Carolina, I think. If you're doing cherry trees, make sure it's for your area and it's fungus free, because that's the biggest thing that kills cherry trees in North and South Carolina.
Well, you probably don't need no face masks out there where you live, Anthony. You live out in sticks, don't you?
Yes, it's true that if you don't change your mask, if you don't do the proper mask procedure like Hubble's cat and I talked about, it will give you bacteria pneumonia. It just collects everything and goes back into your lungs.
Like I don't wear a mask either unless I'm going to my doctor's appointment or something like
Right.
that. But
Yeah.
if I went in the store like Walmart, I probably would
Right.
because of all the different people in there. I don't trust them.
Right. It's not for their protection, it's for your protection.
Yeah,
Who knows what they got? Okay,
but
yeah.
just outside around my house, just in my house. If I go down to the gun store to get me a box of ammo, I don't even wear it in there. Those folks in there are pretty darn safe.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Palmetto is in South Carolina. and you got to be careful on cherry trees. Get a good rootstock one, plant it deep. It's going to take you about 5 to 10 years. So when she's 10 years old, you can pick cherries off of
Oh,
her.
thanks a lot, TJ. That means a lot to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing the Mondays. I think we're gonna be a relaxed live stream, and then on my Thursdays we'll do the topic thing. And I'm not sure what the topic's gonna be for Thursday. I'm kind of wagering between two things, so I'll email the topic to you, Uncle Al.
Yeah. No problem. Just had a late start. So, like I said, folks, you on the mask, if you're by yourself, you live in the boonies, you out with the cows.
Aren't those kind of hard to grow out there, Palmetto?
No, you just got to know what you're doing with cherries and pears because it lives in South Carolina.
Or do you have to put special dirt in the hole to get it to start?
Nah. You see, tree farming is different from vegetable farming. It takes 5 to 10 years. I keep telling people this, and they look at me. I just planted it. Where's the cherries? And I'm looking at them like, oh Lord.
So you just use a good mulch to get it in while it's still dormant, Anthony. Hey, John's wife.
Yeah, North Dorset Star cherry is a very good variety for your area. Hi, John's life.
You have citrus trees? Well, I suppose so. You live in the Sun Belt.
Yeah. What part of the Sun Belt? If you're planting papaya, because papaya does not like cold.
I remember when I was stationed in Jacksonville before I got out. That's where I was discharged from. You get up in the morning and the fog is just horrendous. The fog is everywhere. I mean, you can't see the hand in front of your face. So we go out, we would just kind of lean up against, sit next to a tree out in the, I can't remember what they call it now, but it's like a park. We
Right.
go out there and just smoke a couple of cigarettes and just watch the fog slowly weed off out into the ocean.
Right. But
And
that's
as soon as it got out there, it was just crystal clear for the rest of the day.
right. That's Washington, right?
No, that was out in Jacksonville where I
Hmm.
was stationed before I got out of the military. Washington don't have a whole lot of fog. It has a little.
Yeah.
Depends on where you're at, really. If you get up up towards the mountains, the fog will roll in. So you're gonna start, like a fruit farm out there, Anthony, so you don't have to do a whole lot of work or what?
Okay. Now that's a misconception, folks. And Anthony, you got to wait until the third or second year. You have to prune and spray. And I do mean you have to spray. Nothing against organics, but if you don't stop it, you have to do the cycle all over again. Because in the third year, if you don't prune properly, you don't spray properly, and you don't make sure there's no fungus on it, the tree dies. You have to repeat the cycle, dig up the tree, put in a new tree, wait until the third year. If you don't prune, spray, and check for fungus, you're going to get it. Because I keep telling that to all my organic friends. They say, "Oh, we're trying to grow organic figs, or organic this, or I tell them it's hard as hell. It's like driving a three-wheel car at 75 miles an hour.
He says pruning takes 15 minutes. Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. Now we really got a guy starting live stream. Gil's here.
Yay, Gil. Yeah, right now because they're young.
Everybody
haven't
tell Camp Patton, good morning.
Morning, Gil. And make sure you check out Gil's live stream tomorrow night at 6 Pacific at 7 Mountain. You know the routine. Sorry. But
I
Anthony,
just say my time, they can figure it out.
right. Yeah, because Anthony's fruits are still young and his blueberries about 4 feet tall. Okay, it's going to take a while, about third or fourth year. And then when you have good growth, you're like, Uncle, I was right. I'm out here 4 days trying to prune everything. That's why I only have 3 trees in my backyard.
Figs. Who would want to grow figs? Figs?
Yeah, figs are pretty good. You don't need to spray them, but you have to spray for peaches and apples. That's the big carriers. Oh, yes, you do. You have to prune figs. I used to have about 40 of them, and you have to get rid of the dead stuff. You're that?
With anybody, any kind of gardening, you got to go out there, pick off the dead leaves and whatnot.
It's not leaves, it's branches. I used to have a bonfire you would not believe every year when I go through that stuff. And we grew white figs too.
He's arguing with you. He said, you don't prune figs.
Wait. All right. Wait
It's
a couple
like
of
strawberries, Anthony, strawberries. You plant them all on the ground or you use that trellis idea where you have I use pallets and I lean them up against the fence. Then I put pieces of gutter along it, and then I build those gutters up, fill them up with dirt and strawberries. Let the strawberries grow up instead of out on the ground where the animals can get them.
Yeah. Well, that's one way to do it. I don't have that kind of strong wind.
They did fall off in the wind.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. He's in South Carolina. They have hurricane winds. I live in the desert. We're lucky we have a tornado wind.
I'm reading John's life.
Yeah.
I haven't had any experience with him. Has anybody else? Al, you probably have.
Right. I have to see it. RIA. If it's Rhode Island Arms, it's a pretty good rifle. It's made in the Philippines. Yes. In your area, the wasp do eat you have a certain type of fruit eating wasp. They eat fruit, they eat dead flesh. It's a good bug killer too.
Well, Gil is saying that after about 5 years, you have to pick up the dead branches from the figs.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to grow figs or not. I mean, I don't mind a fig Newton or anything, but if I'm going to have a fig, I'm going to go buy a fig Newton.
No, because the trouble is you're in Nebraska, and a fig needs either coastal or Mediterranean climate. So you can't grow figs in your areas. You can only grow.
It's pretty hard to grow anything here.
Yeah, other than wheat.
Yeah, wheat, corn.
Right.
Sweet potatoes.
Oats. Lots
sweet
of
potatoes are pretty big here.
Yeah.
I have a sweet potato factory right up the road from me. Boy, that thing stinks when they got everything going.
I know. Yeah, figs are good. What variety did you get? Did you get the white or did you get the black? Black's the hardiest. And Gil got to go back to move stuff to his new house.
Okay, I see how you are. I'll see you later, Gil. Thanks for coming by, buddy.
Okay, on
Hi,
aphids.
Jay.
Hi, Jay. On let's see who I lost. Okay, Anthony, you have an ant problem. The ants herd the aphis onto your apple trees. Look around for an ant's nest and kill that sucker. That way you have less aphids on your apples.
Aphids are a pain in the butt.
Oh, good. You got Turkey and you got Celeste and you got Chicago Hardy. Very good fig trees.
See,
Uh,
he wants to get those things that he can just go out and look at his big front window of his house and say, "Oh, look at that! They're all growing." You stand in your front window and say, "I did a good job."
where you at, Tasha? Best thing is to pick them early and put out a wasp trap. That kind of wasp is not easy to get rid of with sprays. Everybody knows what a wasp trap is. It's a container you put your meat in it or honey, and it draws the wasp into it. So if you hang that up, it reduces your wasp rate.
Yeah, I used to make those when I go camping, and all the wasps and stuff would come around your camp because you got stuff all over the ground. I would make a bucket, put uh, about this much water in the bottom of it, put I would take a hot dog, string it on a piece of string, wrap it across the top of the bucket, and tie it off on each handle. And they would come over there and they'd get on the hot dog, gorge themselves so much that they would just fall off into the water, and that's it.
Yeah.
Greatest wasp catcher I ever had, and simple. And no wasps bothered you. They were all over there trying to eat that hot dog.
Yeah. But like I said, it's a lot easier if you get a one in the wasp jars. Those are easy to set up, easy to clean out. And you don't have to worry of something coming onto the bucket and trying to eat the dead wasp. Yeah, it's going to be hard. Other than I think pesticide, that's your only solution is trying to get rid of the ants. Yeah, Texas is used to be a Spanish colony, and
Uh
they
oh.
West is here. Hey, West.
Hey Wes, how you doing? What kind of wasp they are?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, it's time for you to start having to worry about the bugs now.
Yeah, give it another month. Not too many bugs in the snow. Ah,
Wes is a West zombie today.
great. Now you got to pay taxes like the rest of us. Let's see.
What's the weather like there in Texas, Wes?
It's either wet, dusty, or cold, or all three.
Maybe Anthony will just keep planting different things until he comes up with something that he has to actually take care of. That seems what I would do when I was gardening. I had a really nice garden when I was in Washington,
Right.
and I
And
just seemed that I was having such good luck with everything that I kept adding to the uh, menu, and pretty soon I ended up with problems.
right. Anthony, when you do whitewash, do not use latex. I had some joker paint his new trees with latex. Guess what happened? Latex paint on fruit trees, they all died. See about 30 acres of dead fruit trees. It was the funniest thing I ever seen. I told him, why didn't you use whitewash? And he's looking at me, oh no, I just went to the paint store, got some latex, 5 gallons, and started spraying. I'm looking at him like, oh God.
Not everybody knows everything, but
No,
some of them have stupid written across their forehead.
oh yeah. And whitewash is easy to make. You only need a 50-pound bag and you add a few things to it and paint it on. It's organic, it's safe, it won't hurt the trees. Ugh. Yeah, True T-Borg is like, oh Lord. This is why Uncle Alan's retired and live in the suburbs. Can't do the farming stuff anymore. Or you see me out in the
Well, you're
field.
still doing it.
Yeah, just to help out the nephews and talk to the folks. Most of the time I'm on the couch, but somebody has with experience got to show the kids how to do everything right. Ah. Okay, Tasha, I'll catch you later.
Bye, Tosh.
Yeah, hazelnuts are about 50-50. Worst one is American chestnut because the virus really got to them. In the 30s, that saved a lot of people from the depression was American chestnut. But since then, because we had two viruses that affect the American chestnut, they're almost extinct. We're trying to get them, bring them back. And there's a type A American chestnut and type B American chestnut. You might want to look into the South Carolina Ag Department if you have a program for that.
Uncle Al's the supervisor now out in the field.
No, I just advisor. Just go around there, make sure everything runs right.
I can just see you out there. You're not doing that right. This is how you do it. When I was a supervisor in the welding shop, it was a union shop. I would get in trouble for working because I'd go and see somebody not doing the job the correct way, and I would say, "Here, let me show you how to do it." And boom, I get written up for doing the union work. It didn't stop me. I still did it.
Yeah, they're trying to work on a new strain of American chestnut to bring it back. So far, yeah, you're about right. About 15 to 20 years, then it croaks. Uh,
How far are we in?
yeah, we got about an hour and 4 minutes. We're
Uh,
in.
we got kind of a late start. We'll go for some more.
Okay.
All right, Wes, it's your turn.
True West. Tired. Oh, on people, if you let's see, start falling in the house on the house in October. Trees, yes, on hurricanes, helping you knock them out. That's why you wear a white helmet so you don't get bunked on the head. I learned that with walnuts and oh god, acorns and all sorts of pecans and stuff. It hurts. Uh,
You guys starting to get your mulches together and everything, starting to mix them all up.
yeah,
Guys, next week or next month, I'm sorry, start growing your stuff inside. Get ready for the big grow.
right. And the problem is we're already seeing shortages on garden supplies, steer manure, mulch. What should I call it? If you got a dairy nearby, ask them for a steer manure because you cannot find bagged steer manure in my area. It's all gone. And make sure you cook it to get rid of the seeds so you don't have weeds in it. That's putting it under a big black plastic and letting it cooked with the sun's heat.
I don't know if you guys have seen that one video that Wes did, but Wes showed how to make some good compost by
Yep.
using plastic. You remember that, Wes?
Yeah, big rim haps work good too, but let's see.
Squirrels
True.
like walnuts, yeah.
Yeah, and they use them as weapons. Oh,
And make sure you're getting the heirloom seeds too, not those crappy ones.
right.
And those are getting really hard to come by.
Now, hybrid you can still find, but those are only one season only, and you can't save the seeds because they're mules.
Yeah, Wes, you're right. That just lay it all out there in the wintertime and then go back out in the summer and you take everything off. It's already that nice, thick, black dirt.
Well, that's one of the big mistakes cutting down pecan trees. Yes, you live in the desert, West. We all know that. Ah, but like I said, folks, if you're going to get seeds, get them now while it's winter because when spring turns around, a lot of areas are not going to have seeds. That's why you see everybody sharing seeds with each other's in different homestead channels because we got the word. We might not see seeds until 2022 in some areas because of the red dragon or because of JB screwing up the labor system. You know, your seed pickers need $35 to live on. No, you can't make a profit and sell seeds like that.
Good thing I started putting seeds away about 3 years ago.
Yeah. Most online seed places already sell already. True. Baker Seeds already has like 6 months. Two other places that I buy seeds, 4 months. They're backed up really bad.
I just know I'm going to start buying some bags of dirt and stuff, piling it up in my garage. And I'm thinking about making me a raised bed this summer.
Yeah, raised bed is nice. I would do it in the spring for a raised bed.
Yep, that's what I was thinking about. If I buy them now, then I can build the box and put it up. I want to put mine up off the ground about a foot so I can reach down to it. I've already got the plan drawn up and everything. I'm on a diet. I weighed myself. I've lost 30 pounds.
Mm.
feel good.
Oh, that's good.
My goal is to get down to 250.
You could do it.
Yep.
We just got to get you moving. That's the big thing.
Oh,
Are you
the more weight I lose, the more I move around.
good? Are you using a treadmill?
Not yet. I've just been walking in the house.
Okay. Once you get ready and you lose enough weight, get on the treadmill.
Oh yeah, you sound like my girlfriend.
Okay, Tibor, you have a nice day now.
Oh, all right, Tibor. You have a great one, my friend. I'll see you on Thursday. Perhaps.
Yeah, true, Anthony. Pecan branches will snap and it's a widow killer. You don't want to, like, they found dead with a big pecan branch out of the head. Does not look good.
Can't you take two kinds of pecans? Don't they have different kinds, right?
Yes, but they
What?
all have the same, whatchamacallit, effect.
Can't you take them and splice them and what do they call that? Put them together. What do they call that? Clone them
No, you
or
see,
not clone them? Make one out of two.
okay, that's either hybrid or it's
Yeah, make it a
GMO.
hybrid.
Okay, problem with that is you will either have something go wrong or you're going to have the same problem. All pecans will break branches and I'll drop it on your head. You can't remove it. It's not like vegetables. It takes a long time. Oh, grafting. Yep, grafting is another way.
All right, Wes. Take care of yourself, my friend. I'll see you out there, I'm sure. What are you doing, Dave? Grafting? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's grafting.
that's what I was thinking about. Yeah, grafting two of them together. You graft them together and they grow together. So then the two, say you got a black walnut and a regular walnut, you graft them together. Good
Right.
word. That's what I was looking for, Dave. Thank you. And then they grow together and become one.
You can do grafting. I've seen some people graft 15 different kinds of fruit trees onto one fruit tree, but it's more of a stunt and you have to be really careful or you're going to get some really weird fruit.
Well, it might come down to having some really weird fruit someday.
It's not commercially viable. Grafting could do to a point, but it takes a long time to get it going.
Maybe.
Oh,
That's what you got to do sometimes and think outside the box.
True. Dave's 50 away from 1K. So if anybody who isn't joined up to Southern Ohio Prepping, please do.
Yep, get over and help Dave out. He has some good content over
Yeah, Palmetto prepares right because branch grafting. The trouble is it's a weak point until the 5th or 6th year, and could snap off in high winds. It's like somebody sewed an extra arm for you to replace the old arm in a high wind.
I'm one of those MacGyver guys. You'd see me out there grafting it together, and then after I got it together, I'd be out there trying to figure out ways to keep it solid and still get the air or whatever it needs. Maybe putting in crutches or something. I'd be
Nah, it
out
doesn't work like
playing
that.
around with it all the time because that's what I usually do.
Yeah,
Oh, it
no.
doesn't look right. Let's figure something out here.
Yeah. Rootstock grafting is ideal for Anthony's location. Branch grafting is an art. And I tell a lot of people if you don't know what you're doing, because my father and my grandfather taught me, and I hated it because if you don't get the slip right, put in between, damn thing dies off. It drops dead, and you have to prune it.
Yeah,
So, like I said,
but
it
if you
take.
don't try, you don't.
My dad says, "Stop
That's
wasting money,"
like
and smack me in the head.
Frankenfood. Frankenfood.
Nah, back then it wasn't GMO. It was just regular farming. As my dad says, learn it right or don't waste our money. Okay, another thing's been going on. A lot of people don't realize, and it's everybody, please complain against Representative uh, Shirley or Sheila Jackson. Sheila Jackson Lee out of Houston. Call her office and send her letters and tell her to stop 127. Because if that gets in, you have to register your handgun or rifle. And if you give excuse that it's lost at sea or on a boat, they're going to hire divers or drones to find the thing, and they're going to ask you for questions. So that's why I'm trying to tell people abolish the ATF.
Yeah, I heard about the H-127. I also heard that probably won't pass.
We hope, but I don't trust the Democrats.
I don't trust the Republicans. So.
I don't trust anybody in Washington
I don't.
nowadays. They're all nuts.
Yeah, boxes here.
Huh?
Hey, Dustin.
Green boxes
Come over here. They just said hi to you.
Hey,
I'm going.
Dustin.
Yeah, bring it in here, Dustin.
here. You want to
Yeah, probably be a good place for it. A box cam.
Oh, that's good.
See what my money didn't spend this month. Okay, you guys, I gotta get out of here and deal with this box.
Okay, catch you later, folks.
Thanks for coming by, everybody. Insight Freedom. Hey, how you doing, Scott?
Hey, Scott. We
I'm
gotta
gonna
go.
ahead and
Sorry.
close it up. I'll have to catch you next time.
Yeah, later.
Thank everybody for coming, though. It was a great day. Had a good bunch of people in here. Everything kind of slowly talking what all. I'll see you guys on Thursday. We have a topic that day. I'll make a short video letting you guys know what it is. So Thursday we start at 1:00. So until then, I'll see you next time.